Hey guys, I'm gonna show you something really creepy. It's John Beabout here. You want a cool conspiracy theory? Listen to this. Here it goes back to my beef with Ben Folds. You know, the guy from Cheese a Brick and I'm Drowning Slowly. Everybody knows that. Well, yeah, I kind of got in this weird thing with him where talking to his manager, he didn't want to talk about it, but I was listening to his uh, album So There, and listen to this, where now this is the kind of thing, it's a question. What is he talking about? You know, on this song, So There, phone in a pool on So There, so this one, this new stuff. The question I'm asking is, what is he saying here? Now, this is the thing. Well, why didn't it work? Here. When you flip to B200, feel free to proffer your advice. Now, sounds like he said when you flip the beat too hard, you'll feel free to proffer your advice. So it's true. You guys might ask, what does that mean to flip the beat too hard to feel free to proffer your advice? Let me show you. Here's why I flip the beat too hard to feel free to proffer my advice. Listen, it's true. I'm doing it right now. See, what's wrong is everyone's going, I'm making a video. And then you go. You flip it once and you go. Guys, flip it once, flip it twice, you go. Or you can flip it in the 16th notes, make it even like that, and make it more. But then you can flip it into the zeros where you're going. Right. Hey, do you see what I'm doing there? That's mine. So we're just tracked harder where you see you go further backwards until you're kind of playing on the ones and threes, hitting it harder, stomping harder, and rocking harder. And everybody needs to focus more on the ones and threes and forget about the backbeat. That's my advice to everybody. You guys want to rock? Quit relying on the backbeat like it's all you got. Start doing something a little bit more natural. That's my advice. Focus on the ones and threes, not the twos and fours. And so there's that. So I just flipped the beat too hard to feel free to proffer my advice. And look at this. This is the other part of it. Now this is kind of weird to me. Maybe this is all in my head. I can't tell. I'm just, an ordinary guy. I don't. But look at this cover here. Now Ben Folds has got something coming out of his glasses there. Looks like some kind of spirit. Now listen to this. Did I talk about this yet? I've been trying to do this. So it looks like he's got some kind of spirit where it's branches and stars and something. And now this is what I was doing about the time he came out. Is this book I made, Lion Faces, where I would look at the texture of something and be feeling my lion spirit, and it would look like a lion, and I'd draw in how it looked like a lion. Like, some of them are pretty good, some of them are more obvious. Like, can you see how that, that oil stain looked like that lion? And I did a lot of them. Some of them were pretty cool, where some of them were like, the lighting's not that good, but if you can see how any of those, it was like my lion spirit was coming out of my eyes, and I could, kind of decode it into the stuff I was looking at. And anyway, so let me show you this. Now, you ask yourself, honestly, I got your attention at this point. Now, I would even say, all the time back then, my lion spirit was like the spirit of outer space, and, I'm the prophet chosen branch. And so look at how far these guys went. They've got the branches, these in outer space, and look at that. Does that look like one of my lion faces? Works? Or honestly look at it and ask yourself, what else? The eyes right here. That's the eyes, the pink nose, the jaws right here. You see the jaws? He's even got it's more black. I hate these phones. He's got the ears. You got ears up here. They've got, now if you see, it looks like a lion face. If you can, I mean, what, considering all the, and he even does some other stuff in the concerto where he is playing the low to high thing, or high to low thing. I mean, he's like, oh yeah, I never heard it before. And, so say, I've got your attention as far as say it's true that he's been, what, I don't know what his beef is. I don't know what it is. Say it's actually he's high up with the government, with they're keeping an eye on me because of these things I talk about concerning this right here. This right here is called Enoch's New Calendar. I'm going to go real quick. Where right here in Zechariah chapter 2, they talk about the horns and the smiths. It's a vision I had when I was little, where there's like all these giant trumpets coming out of the ground, and they make a loud noise that makes everyone put their head down like rock music. And then the four horsemen come and break rock music and make everybody nod up. Now look at this. I talked about it. I saw all the artists in the vision. I saw them all later in life. And see, look. You know about Enoch's calendar? Where I used to always talk about it, how north is winter and nighttime. Now look at this. Give me an example. Let me give you an example of the west. Now look, I'm John Beabout. I say I'm the first horseman. And then for each horseman, there's 4 foreshadowings. 60s, 70s foreshadowing was the Doors. 80s foreshadowing was Daniel Johnston. 90s foreshadowing was Ben Folds. 2000s was Matt and Kim, right? And they all came. They were John Beabout wannabes, and they all made everybody not rock out the right way until John Beabout showed how it's done. But what about the East? The East, now ignore the horsemen because I'm not trying to give away my friends. But this is all the bear stuff, and the point is these rock stars, they're like the kings of the seasons. Like this stuff sounds like spring and morning, when the fall stuff, my stuff, sounds like autumn and west and the sunset. But the spring, that Paul Simon, I think was him, where it's more that bear claw on the ground. Jacques Pastorius, Nirvana, KGF. I thought that it's all kind of up to remembering the vision properly. Some of them were more memorable than others. The North, where it's like the leopard with 4 heads, and the vision of the 4 animals in Daniel, if you know that vision, where it's winter, nighttime. There's the 4, bands with, 4 people that it's really a night, like the Beatles, Queen, Radiohead, and this other stuff is up for debate. And in the South is, we've got, we got Jimi Hendrix, Frank Zappa, and I thought it was 90s was supposed to be Dave King, and when some of these guys, I don't know, I thought it was some of these guys, and some of them aren't even that big of a deal, right? But it's basically the idea.